into stun from Lesh.
If
It's a good matchup.
she feeds in lane for sure to this.
It's not an angle that Tofu is likely to expect here.
Watch out for that dead shot from Ari.
Oh, he's in trouble.
Now he sees him. The slows are there. Illusory Orb and Seb on the other side to block. Only question is who is getting the first blood? Blood grenade as well, and it will be Seb on the Crystal Medine. First blood for you. Congratulations to Seb.
Ari, in this case, the Void will just be starved for regen. So you're going to have to start spending gold on the tangos for maybe both Seb and Tomato, because they're just going to constantly put pressure on him with Battle Hunger, with Flame Break. In this case, Tofu will even be adding a little bit more insult to injury here. We'll see who comes out on top of this exchange. Very awkward situation for both teams, really.
Someone's dying here. Tofu doing a lot of damage on his way out. Time dilation slows him down, but a time walk into the bash. Tomato will bring him down eventually. And Tomato still struggling in the CS department.
This is ramping up quite rapidly now, right? Axe is doubling him up. Axe also very good at farming stacks.
Oh, Seb's making his way over here. Gets the frostbite. Ari's making his way there too. Quinn, I think, pretty much resigned to his death. Loser Orb is going to be there, but BZM gets the better of him in the end, and now Tofu's in a lot of trouble. Coil's going to be expended. He's trying to take out BZM, but just out of reach. He's going to pop the Fairy Fire on BZM as well. Loser Orb not going to clip the Bat Rider, but Tofu will eventually drop. It's going to be at the cost of Tofu, or Ari, I should say.
Uh-oh.
As BZM now, another Illusory Orb dodges the Blood Grenade, gets the Bounty Rune, is gonna likely survive now, unless that range creep grows very long arms. And Seb and BZM will both get away together, hand in hand.
Quite the exchange here. Great overall for OG. Making the rotate. Oh, hang on, BZM. He should be okay here.
Yeah, very cocky though, I have to say.
I really like this dive. This is just vintage Gaming Gladiators, you know?
Just several TPs though.
Forcing OG's hand a lot here. They will bring multiple heroes, as you said. Whisper, not 6 yet.
Whisper has the Thunderclap, so Quinn is dead. A lot of pressure applied to that tier 1, like you said, but it cost them their mid laner again. That's the second death in just about a minute.
Be the level 6 picked up for Whisper, and the earlier move from Seb was the level 6 picked up for BZM. Now they're going to try to help their next buddy. Bottom lane, BZM with a rotation on Coil. And Seb coming over too. Just beautiful movements really all around from OG. Also finding the kill with Ari.
Yep, Ace in a 1v3 trying to get away. And Seb...
No mana on Seb
pretty
yet.
Damn fast on Ace right now, I have to say. The chase is going to be long and arduous. Time dilation does clip him.
It does nothing.
It clips him. But he actually... Is he actually going to get away here? Nope. TP? Yes. Wow. Okay. Was not expecting that. Celery going to take the brunt of the primal split, and Whisper comes out of it, but the Thunderclap is enough to finish the job. Doraccio trying to get the trade, and he will do so with the help of the tower.
Not a good trade for Whisper at all. Using your ult to trade Ench on raw CS, that the kill score at this point being this way is not a clear advantage for the team with the kills, but...
Yeah, forcing the time walk as Doraccio making his way over now, knowing that Tomato does not have his Chronosphere either. He is chopped to the ground.
Donk him up!
And Ari looks to be next on the list. He actually is level 6, so does pop, pierce the veil. But eventually he will end up dropping as well. And the only question is, will it be another culling stack? Yes! Double kill for the red man. As Quinn looking to finish off this tier 1 tower mid with a Diabolic Edict, but BZM holding true, using that fortification, and the tier 1 tower still up and running for OG.
Unbeatable for half a year. I feel like I'm watching one of those games right now.
Is true.
Just non-stop pressure. OG just keep teleporting to lanes to solve problems. Like,
Sorry, go ahead.
They're just actually putting out fires, right? It feels like OG have barely made an offensive move. Every kill they've got has been on TP rotations and coming in to help heroes under pressure. And while they have succeeded in a lot of these, invading the jungle, and she has a good friend in Doraccio who's not afraid, like they talked about in the panel, very aggressive, very mobile carry player.
All right, tower finally does die. Coil onto 2 as the Axe makes his rotation over, but Quinn taking a ton of damage. Whisper gets off the primal split, a dead Leshrac again. Seb will be the trade for now. Now Ace on the run. Illusory Orb clips 2. Tomato even makes his way over as well as Ace trying to get the call, but not going to find anyone. Ends up dying. Dyrachyo with a timed... Okay. Time lapse did go off, but now the Chronosphere comes in, getting all 3 teammates in the area. But it results in a kill anyway. So Dyrachyo drops in addition.
So Tomato got level 6 during that, by the way. 11 minutes in on his carry Faceless Void Whisper is toast, by the way.
Yes, he is.
Actually gonna lasso this one. Interesting, but yeah, OG again. Keeping cool under pressure. I really want to commend them on their Nulls and Wraith Bands have become even more popular. This is an axe that did not go Vanguard. So he went double Bracer and into Blade Mail, and this will be a really good timing on the Blink Blade Mail as a result here with the phase. Master.
Do they have the damage? Primal split does go off. And Whisper, oh man, the Pulse Nova is ripping right through him. Still sticking around though. Gets one more stun with the Earth Panda as Tomato comes in. Time dilation as well. More TPs coming in. Ace is ready, but the Chronosphere comes out. They have the damage to actually kill off the Lash. It's going to be close. Tomato has the Tomahawk away, but they do get the kill first as BZM gets basically soloed by Ace. And now Tofu in the midst of a TP, but gets right-clicked into Oblivion.
On the kill score, it looks even, but this game
not
is
over yet,
from.
apparently. Whisper dies again, close to his tier 2 tower. Seb gets off a decent ult with the coil being applied to several heroes. Might be the death of Celery, although he's living through it with the Nature's Attendance. And now Seb might pay the ultimate price. Ace comes in with another taunt, and down goes the Crystal Maiden. Oh, nice silence, though. Waning Rift is enough to get the right clicks off onto Dyrachyo. So OG gets something out of this dive, but still a 6K lead for Gaiman.
It's only going to get worse, you would imagine.
Feels like old classic Ace from last year.
Yeah, that's...
As recently, it's not just Ace, of course, but Gaiman Gladiators have been. Okay, the call comes in, and the damage is more than enough. Gracious me, oh my. Ari will get out, but... yeah, they lose a valuable member again from OG's side. Coil comes in from BZM, but more of a defensive measure, it feels like. It's the flame break from Tofu, trying to cover Quinn a bit here. He's taking a lot of damage, though.
He's
gets pushed back.
a lot.
Pulse Nova starting to rip through them, but he dies anyway. 1 for 2 in favor of Gaiman for the time being. So they do have the damage to get through Quinn.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's also largely magical, so this is going to allow him to play way more aggressively. Oh man, Tomato.
Oh, Tomato has to use Chrono. Oh.
Yeah. Is he even living from this? I guess he can find a path to his base. Tofu's close. Oh, he's fucked.
Call, chop. Goodbye, Tomato. That's a squashed Tomato. Cherry Tomato.
Lovely.
Whisper. He's now going to get gone on. Split Earth and Lasso, not the greatest of layering, but the call comes in from Ace. Another choppity chop.
How many stacks does he have?
Fox.
What
a noob.
Yeah. Gotta step it up. Tofu in trouble. Tofu in the grave.
Yeah, OG able to get one support, but they're going to need to get way more than that.
I think
as this lead is getting worse and worse.
I think Ace has a lot of freedom now to actually make on 4 and playing the Void completely on the opposite side of the map. But if Tomato were to join now, he has no health. So I actually think this fight is not playable.
Oh, BCM.
If Gaiman find them here, this is going to be a disaster for OG.
Oh,
Sep will
the
be the target.
sacrificial lamb.
He's done.
Chop. Number 6 for Ace. Yeah, I feel like it is Seb though, right? Surely. Ace.
All right, here we go again.
Call comes in, dead shot though, but the Split Earth is there to layer, and the chop. Actually, I couldn't tell if the chop was completely successful or not. Either way, the kill goes the way of Gaiman again. Ari now flame broken and lassoed, looking for the call. Oh yeah, that feels good. Can just a call onto the high ground.
That's what I'm talking about. This is what I want to see from Ace. It has this tendency to, when X has a good game, he just draws all attention to himself.
Seb, you have died.
Also drawing attention to himself.
You have died, young man. Oh, wait a second. Tomato comes in with a double chrono, trying to focus down the edge, but that's a little bit slow. Dead shot with the coil. And it looks like OG will punish this move from Gaiman.
That was such... I almost want to say obvious bait. Like, Seb just placed himself in the middle of the map and started killing a centaur creep, but it worked.
It's almost like... It's like trying to kick an addiction. You really have to keep going for those calls, Cinder. It doesn't matter if you know if it's a bait. You know you have to do it. Something in your head is telling you so. As Seb... Well, they get the dust off, the silence from the calling.
Very good calling.
And is that going to be enough to kill off the Weaver? Indeed.
Great
so
calling.
it only cost them Seb.
Yeah, we've talked so much
OG.
about Ace. We haven't really been keeping as much track of the Weaver, who obviously got that Orchid and is now closing out. Oh, if he gets spotted here. They saw him. They saw him. Uh-oh.
No way. Oh, my goodness.
He is
Lasso
done.
into call. TPs are coming. The chop is there again, though. The coil only onto one. Breaks it immediately. Now trying to walk away. Calling is placed as well, but no follow-up for OG. They lose their Void again. Beautiful spell. Lifesteal. You got
AoE on the call.
AoE. Beautiful choice, young
Love
man.
that.
That guy's a boss.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a bot. I was like, what?
No, you're the bot.
Uncalled
Coil, only onto one, but they will clean up Tofu pretty fast. It'll cost them Seb, so 1 for 1 to start this fight. Remember, Aegis, of course, on the side of Gaiman. As Dyrachyo continuing to play very aggressive. BZM going to the...
That looked like a situation where the Weaver was going to do more than that, huh? I know the dead shot clipped Dyrachyo in the end, but I'm surprised he didn't do more of a dent into Tomato there with the items that he has.
Yep, dead shot.
Ace.
Now on to Ace.
It's tanky.
Already at half HP is Tomato closing the gap. Has the Chrono, of course, will use it. The rest of his team will walk into it as they do.
Awkward.
Very poorly played there as Ace now calls, looking for a potential chop, but Tomato time walks away. And Ace was using the Bloodstone there. The coil's going to snap, and he is still very tanky, but eventually OG gets what they came for. Tomato, though, lassoed and soloed essentially by Tofu. Really unfortunate death if you're an OG fan. And they lost Bruce somewhere along the lines here.
Yeah, Ari's in trouble too. It's going to get scouted out and Yuled. Reinforcements are arriving via the Weaver. He will Yule again.
Tofu
and he
is
very dead.
owning. He
Yep.
is actually owning on this support bat.
I thought...
Big slot items.
yes.
Need to do more damage to creep.
Ace finding
Nothing.
Tomato, but the protection is there from Ari.
Okay.
This will be another long
Whisper
chase
coming
sequence,
in.
it feels
yes, Seller's in the vicinity as well. Tomato has to be careful. The counter Helix is owning him right now as Seb with a bit of a zoning ult. As they're just trying to keep their distance from Ace, but they really want to kill him as Tofu gets the initiation again onto the Void. Yule's up into the air, though. Is this enough damage? Yes. Tomato dies again. And guess who's still alive? Ace. They couldn't finish the job.
Okay, if your axe can do this, imagine if the team is there from the beginning, right? He literally played 1v4
Chop
for 10 seconds.
10
Still didn't die.
stacks.
Oh my.
Location activated now.
Dire structures.
The counter fort aggressively from Gaiman. They want to keep going. Call on to
Indeed.
Seb.
That's the call to start. Dyrachyo coming with his BKB already activated. They focus down Seb right off the bat. He's dead for 40, no buyback. Dyrachyo time lapse. Gets a decent amount of HP back. Is it? We love Tomato, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, honestly, the thing is, there are just some games where you die.
Oh my god, Quinn with the double split Earth.
This is one of
Tomato's
them.
dead. Ari, the Moon Shard, helping him out here survive a little bit longer with that night vision.
Courier has been killed.
So, yeah. Now, it's just, his conditions are just bad, right? I don't think Tomato's played a particularly bad game. It's just really, really difficult.
No. Tomato's a very good player. He's very attractive as well. That's probably more important for pro players these days. Is Seb caught off guard. He's going to go down. It'll be the trade for Tofu.
Shortest lasso in history.
Yeah, the lasso doesn't last too long there as Ace pops the Bloodstone. Whisper, Primal Split. Splitter, though, coming in from Quinn. Chop number 1 from Ace into a call.
And Seb with a rare failed voice line. He thought they had the axe. When Seb starts voice lining in the middle of the fight, let's see if they keep going. Looks like it. So mid is next on the menu.
Call from Ace onto Crystal Maiden. Mr. Seb in a lot of trouble. He's dead again. No tipping this time.
He didn't think they were winning that.
That'll be 2 sets of racks, although the fortification does come out. But yeah, delays the inevitable. Whisper. Okay, Ace
Nice
going in for the
Manta.
call, but the Manta dodge from Tomato. Time dilation onto Ace. He's just going to run away, though. And Gaiman, they secure both sets.
Where OG are because nobody's defending base. So there's only really one place OG can be, and this is the all-in
Roche.
last-ditch effort.
Roche is wait. This
Force
is going to
the fight
be
at
okay.
This fight
Seb
is
breaking
really
the
hard.
smoke. BZM with a nice waning rift into Coil onto 2. Looks like Seb's going to be the sacrifice again, although Tomato coming in with a nice chrono onto 3 heroes. Be able to take out Tofu to start. Now trying to focus down the Weaver. Silenced up and down goes Doraccio. No buyback. As Ari left all alone now, will be surrounded, eventually brought down, it seems, as the Pulse Nova will be able to get the kill.
Not bad from OG.
Yeah.
That was about a 5k swing. They find the big kill on the Weaver.
Has the Aegis. I mean, you don't want to use BKB on first life, Syndrin. Whisper.
Oh boy.
Berserker's call into Deathity Chop.
Yep, never say that again.
Deathity. Now Quinn and company, they will have their Weaver back now. Just needs to get to the other side of the map. We'll TP to the outpost, and now they can try to secure this game number 1 with the Megas. Like the damage in the chrono is not particularly great.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
I get the tier 3 as Seb, well, lassoed. What number chop is this, Syndrin?
9.
13. Good try.
Yeah.
It's as if you have not been watching.
Oh, sorry. I can't count.
If understandable. Well, we already have an upgraded Yules as the
Chop number
Berserker's
10.
call from Ace. No chop this time. Too much damage. Damage overload for him. Just like that, it's a 5 versus 2, not including the Aegis or the Cheese. BZM and Tomato, the last remaining members of OG. The Chronosphere onto 3 heroes into 0 damage. It's pretty much been the story of the game as GG is called. So, Gaiman.
Nice to see that he is platinum tier on it in Dota Plus, because that, yeah.
Well,
needs more practice, I guess.
Oh my god. And Seb continuing to get harassed. Telekinesis back into the arms of Tofu. Stick, Brain Sap, he survives. And they might be able to turn this around. Blood Grenade from a ridiculous range. Tomato, Adaptive Strike. Down goes Tofu. So great bait from Seb. Ends up turning that around on the support for Gaiman.
Yeah, very nicely done. Squeezed as much out of it. Harder against Sniper, as a matter of fact, as it stands right now.
Yeah, I would,
Show.
tough to say. Both are pretty not great.
Not enjoying life on the Sniper.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
Well, not having an escape mechanism of any kind is a bit of an annoyance. Celery is kind of that for him. As Shockwave will connect, Doraccio, he's going to be found. Snowball a little bit too late. Celery now completely outnumbered on his retreat. Seb has made his way over. BZM also joining the party. And Celery will get destroyed to BZM.
Yep. Yeah, the difference between this and game number 1 is in game 1, they also had a good amount of kills, but were just losing on raw laning. In this case, it's going a little bit better for OG overall.
They kill him again here. There's still 3 members.
Oh boy.
Rolling Boulder, not going to fully connect, but they still have the damage. TP coming in, it's going to be too late. Doraccio resigned to his death. Quinn gets glimpsed away. Oh man, well, he can go back to farming and say, hey, I tried to help out. But we have, for next tournament, can we make this off-screen little picture-in-picture, say, walk of shame for this specific instance when this happens? Is a balance strike only onto 1 from Quinn. Telekinesis as Celery coming in to help take out Ari.
Get on the board at least, but look who is back.
Oh boy. Level 3 Sniper. You've seen this in your pubs before, and it's looking just as pathetic as you remember, as Whisper gets the right click.
Oh boy. Ari didn't want to go for that. He definitely could have, but Might want to glimpse the healing salve instead in a moment.
Yep, Quinn showing up. Seb's going to get the Nightmare Celery, takes it off instantly. Tofu making his way over as well as BZM coming to the party. Jingu is going to connect, but the RP onto 3 heroes. Block grenade onto 3 heroes as well, even more important. Seb gets taken out first by Quinn, though. Glimpse out onto him. Gets another Jingu stack, but he falls in the end. 2 for 2. Lots of action early on as Dyrachyo, basically a creep at this level of the game, showing up, tickling everyone. They're laughing their way to the farm as Tofu gets skewered by Whisper, and now Dyrachyo tried to help his team, but he's just gonna die again. Can he deny himself on the creeps? No, because he is a creep, and creeps can't deny other creeps Cinderin. He's top net worth on his team right now. Tomato's gonna be spotted by a tree. Quinn. It's gonna get adaptive strike off, and the snowball going to be able to connect as well as Ace gets a gush. Tomato in a lot of trouble inside the ice shards, and Quinn getting a very, very valuable kill for Gaimin.
Yeah, nice find. Big rotation, but they got to get something done somewhere else on the map. I think running back bottom non-stop is just a recipe for disaster. So at the very least now you take matters into your own hands a little bit. You will concede the bot tower. Don't know if Tofu should have even shown up here, to be honest. This is going to be another
farm.
Little snack for Whisper.
For Seb. Okay, Whisper.
Yeah, that's Whisper playing the Magnus. Not to be mistaken for Seb, who has probably played more Magnus games than Whisper has lived days in his life.
That is, there's no way that's actually true, but point taken. Whisper finds a nice skewer onto Ace, gets off a Ravage, hitting 4 heroes with the Wukong's command from Quinn.
That was so
Boundless
close.
Strike, not going to do too much.
Oh boy.
The no kills coming for Gaimin, and now they're going to get initiated on by BZM. Gets off the Magnetize as well. Quinn's ult's about to run out. He's going to take a Brain Sap as a snowball. Focusing on the BZM, but Quinn is going to die. And Celery will be next on the list. OG just waiting out. I mean, that was a beautiful Ravage into Wukong's, but just true.
Yeah, this is
Impressive.
He is delivering in this game for OG, and he's going to continue to do so unless Gaimin find a way to lock him down. Their heroes aren't particularly good at killing Magnus either. I'll try to find a way onto Seb.
Yeah, he's stuck inside the shards. Nightmares will eventually drop to the Boundless Strike. RP, though, finds onto Tofu. So we'll get some sort of collateral, support for support, as BZM kicking Celery towards Tomato. Ari making his way over as well, looking for a glimpse on a more valuable target, but might have to settle for the Tusk. And indeed they will.
Easy game to play on Gaming Gladiators, and we've not even unlocked the Fiend script yet, and we haven't seen Static Storm. So there's some big spells yet to come for OG to make it even easier. Nightmare on Nightmare action here. Everybody's asleep. Tofu will take the rune.
Seb gonna get some backup though. Roll
he
in,
missed on him.
But Static Storm applied to the Monkey King. Ari trying some very valuable right clicks from below, and Quinn just horribly outnumbered. As now the grip comes online for Seb. Should result into the kill onto Tofu as well. So Gaimin just not able to get anything going for themselves.
Radiant structures are fortified.
If Ace isn't there, and if you're relying on your tide to win fights 12 minutes into the game, I've got bad news for you. This hero's slow. It's hard to enforce that type of fight at this level of play. At the very least, they'll find a little skirmish onto Ari, so it's something, but not a particularly impactful kill to find with this big movement they went for. It's something. I mean, you got to play up here, right? Sniper's just on an island for the next, I don't know how long. Dyrachyo rocking the 0 and 5-0 score line.
Tomato spotted out. Gonna get some backup via BZM. Ravage just barely clips the Morphling, but that's it, as BZM has a haste rune, it seems. Gonna try to reinitiate as Whisper making his way over. Gonna focus on the Tide first. He is completely taken out of this fight now, as Ace eventually will drop first for the Gaming Gladiator side. Nice glimpse on the Celery. That should be the second kill going the way of OG. Having PTSD with this one.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Snipers in their pubs as the RP finds him. And that'll be death number 6.
Maybe a lot of viewers feeling like they could be a pro. This is how they play Snipe. All right, that was unnecessarily rude to Dyrachyo. Because again, this is honestly okay. Hang on.
Yeah, hold your horses.
Whisper has no time for.
All right, puts Ace on the cliff. Very classic stuff. And the Static Storm now applied to several heroes. You can see Quinn just trying to brush it off. He's going to get snowballed, which actually cancels the grip. And Quinn gets off his Wukong's command. Whisper getting really low, but Nightmare to save him just a little bit. Another skewer, almost clipping all of them. But the damage is enough either way for OG. Ace still stuck up there, that fat, juicy watermelon. Finally, Whisper's reign comes to an end via Dyrachyo's right click. Somehow he does enough damage to kill something other than a creep. It's incredible, in fact, as Ace. This will take a while, but Tomato and company will claim the watermelon. 4 for 1. Last game was pretty fast for this patch as well.
It was like, what was it, 38 minutes? It took game in that one? Something like that?
I don't know what the average game time is, but it feels like it's more than that.
OG trying to beat that record in this one.
Yeah, for sure. BZM, all right. Oh my god.
Beautiful.
RP onto 3 heroes. Waveform completely misses. Ravage to follow from Ace, though, actually doing a lot of damage. They're going to be able to take out Whisper and the Bane. As you can see, 4 heroes very low for Gaming Gladiators. They try to run away. The Magnetize gets 1, make it 2. And BZM and company able to eventually clean up. It was looking a bit hairy for them, but this net worth lead is no joke. Ace stuck inside the kinetic field. Triple kill for Tomato.
I don't know if you're familiar with this phenomenon in some of your games. Do you have perfect spell casting?
Oh, for sure.
When you hit that big of an RP there, Celery is a goner.
Yes.
But delay it.
Snowball into death. As Ace with no Ravage this time. Skewer from Whisper to the high ground. It's going to take a little assassinate action.
Hands. Actually, Morphling does have hands, so that's okay.
Very, very low amount of polygons on those hands. Grip again. This time reserved for Celery. And as you can see, the snowball, again, delay the inevitable. So Aegis on the side of OG. Sniper and... yes, correct.
Yeah, Tusk almost has Ags. He just needs 4,140 gold.
Yeah, like I said, they have to hold on for that point.
Ace.
And Ace gets quite low, but will survive. Tomato, though, gonna take out Dyrachyo with ease. Turns into Monkey King. Quinn's gonna pop the BKB. Ravage comes through. It's gonna be enough to take out Whisper, though, but Quinn ends up dropping anyway. 3 for 1, make it 4. And Ace, the only survivor for Gaimin, and they're
definitely showing it can still work.
Whisper gonna find the tree. The Conda there, you saw that a little bit earlier from Tomato, doing a ton of damage. Spear Missile applied to Tomato right now. We'll pop the Manta, though, as Ace
oh my god,
gets snowballed, so gonna survive a little bit longer as BZM trying to hound the back line as Ace eventually is dead. Now Celery stuck inside the kinetic field. The illusions basically okay. The Conda explosion. 41 to 10. 25 minutes in the game. Grip. And another
with
death.
the sentry ward for vision.
Yep, easy.
Cute little play there in that corner.
Allegory. You didn't say allegory, you said allegory. It's like, is that a form of algae? Like, I don't understand.
This game is filled with algae. Quinn is in trouble.
Gets off the BKB. Boundless Strike. BZM is in a lot of trouble, actually. Gets punched into the air, and down he goes.
Okay. That's the start of something.
A glimmer of hope from Game, and then you do that 10 more times to get back in this game.
Sep.
4 versus 5 now.
Oh, that's a good...
Static Storm. Is that going to be enough to save Seb as Tomato going to the back line? RP comes in as well. Already 2 dead for Gaimin. Wukong's command is going to be no more thanks to the skewer, but the Ravage there into the double Boundless Strike. Whisper's going to fall. Tomato looks to be next. Gets off the Hurricane Pike. Waveform through. Spirit Vessel still applied as Quinn trying to get some right clicks, but no. He falls first. Tomato triple kill now. Focusing on the Watermelon Man. The Conda applies as well as the buyback from Rubik coming now. Is Tomato on the high ground trying to TP out? Will be fine.
Wow. Borderline insurmountable here. And you'd imagine BZM will not be making this mistake again. Rather, he will be finding a tide and kicking him down to the Waterman.
Oh boy.
Water on water action. Melon versus Polygon. And the Polygon is stronger.
That's right. Well, it's super feeding, Shadow Blade farming.
There isn't really anything better to do, honestly. I don't mind his item build whatsoever. It's just one of those games. We all have them.
Oh.
Quinn is having one right now as well.
Oh my goodness.
He gets gripped. Thank you, Kelly.
Is that an allegory for something?
No. We have a tree being glimpsed. He will BKB.
Yes, he will.
I'm not going to let him jump, though.
Gonna get
BZM is on his
blocked.
tail. Okay, he's in there.
He wants to
He's
go in
really
very
in
deep.
there.
My goodness, gets off the magnetize, already at half HP. RP comes in, hitting several heroes with the skewer into the static storm, and the waveform finishes them off in style. It's going to cost them the life of the Magnus, but that is well worth it. That was a disgusting combo as Tomato gonna farm the sniper and get the rampage in the fountain. Oh my goodness, this really does feel like a pub.
This
Can he get 30, Cinderin? Think he's gonna get 30 before this game is over?
It depends if game and
Kick
tap
back.
out.
That
That's
looks
really
like
the
the
limiting
Aghanim
factor.
Scepter now.
Okay, everybody's the stone.
All right, Conda. Another kill for
27.
Tomato. 27.
Radiant's bottom barrack.
Okay, so there's 3.
Yeah.
You get 3 attempts.
Yep. That's why 27 is very bad.
I see. Very interesting. Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
You're welcome.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Oh, they found him.
Oh, Mr. Monkey
okay.
King, Quinn. Inside the static storm, gets off the BKB, focusing on Tomato. He gets on the outskirts, though. Double 4-step, he's fine. As Quinn is not so fine. BZM will drop him real hard. An ace inside that kinetic field. The enchant used on Quinn, who just bought back, trying to have a last stand kind of situation here. BZM, nice nightmare from Seb, as Tomato really wanting those 30 kills. BZM steals one, though, as a pause comes out from Whisper.
One ready. And gaming already.
All right, the only interesting thing left is if Tomato will get 30 kills, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a dieback onto Quinn if he's not careful, and he's not careful. He has died.
Oh, BZM is just not giving
RP.
2 shits.
Shockwave to follow. Tomato. Oh, that's 29. One more for you, Tomato. Go into the fountain.
Radiant's top barracks
It is a
has
tie. This can be a little difficult.
30 bombs are a thing in CS.
Yes, I get them all the time, Cinderin,
Yep.
and losses. Of course, as Ace is going to get a nice Ravage. He's all alone, though. Skewer back. They're not calling GG. Good sportsmanship
have
from
it.
Gaiman,
Give
trying
him
to
the
give
big
him
old
that 30 bomb. And it is there. 31 and 13 for Tomato on this Morphling. Beast mode enabled.
And Gaming Gladiators announced their team name in all chat.